Okay, I brought some things.
Yep.
Yes.
You've seen some of these pictures, but I thought I would put them out here for some reference. The characteristic clothing of different social classes too.
Okay.
So as you can see, they're not very different from one another, but these are quite fancy, of course. And then they're almost ceremonial. And then these are what most people would be wearing. The elites would be wearing stuff more like that. And anyway, it's a pretty good indicator all the way around. This is my image for the city itself that is only practical for our part, not really, it's not like the official canonical map, but it's a city like this one. And it has some very interesting features. As you can see, it's actually very layered in rock. So this part and that part stick way up. I mean, they are way up there.
Okay.
And you will notice that there are bridges across the two rock masses, so you can actually go under those. And then this layer around here, and that one around here at the same level, there's this interesting lake here. And that there is clearly, I mean, like that wall right there was clearly an original wall. That one here and this one were clearly original walls. So it might have begun as these two things at the very top connected by their bridges, and those were the walled units, right? So things have kind of spread and spread. And then this is the area that I talked about before, where there's actually kind of a functioning community, markety kind of thing going on here all the time. I actually think that right here would be the original sector where pilgrims have to stay and given baths. And it's nobody really calls it this, but it's kind of effectively quarantine.
Okay.
Right? And then just make sure anyone who's sick among them dies.
You stay there until we know you're not sick.
Exactly. But I'm going to say that things have overflowed a little bit, and so it's kind of expanded around the edge.
So would you say that this is outside the city?
Technically, legally, it is outside the city. The whole area and beyond is controlled by by provincial troops and things. And the river flows this way out of the mountains and around and is joined by another one, so they're flowing that way. And this is an artist's conception of what that looks like, although I'm not so sure. I mean, it seems to me that the elevation here, they didn't capture that elevation over there.
Yeah, so it should be something much higher here
exactly.
and maybe even higher here.
That's what I was thinking. These seem a little small.
So it should be even more layered.
Doesn't this seem too big for that little?
Exactly. I'm saying I'm not quite getting it, but you can see they tried.
Yeah.
But we are going to put out this one, and we are going to write on it.
Okay.
For all the things, so we know. Right.
Yes.
And hope with any luck that also will give us a better idea of which character sees which part of the city.
Okay.
More clearly as we go. I'm also putting out the names list because we will need this.
Okay.
Okay. We have for me, we have here an architect. And she is unmarried, a younger woman. And then we have over here we have the venture merchant, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and also a married woman, and she has, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it say here?
4 kids.
Yeah, 4 kids here. Yeah. I also have the originals. I didn't want to lose those. Okay. Just in case there were notes on there that I didn't capture in these summaries. So, insofar, okay. So, oh wait, that's weird. Oh right, okay. So this is the original back here, but it looks exactly the same. And then, let's see, Elmira is here.
That
And
looks like pictures of what I wrote, maybe.
that's there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And then these.
Oh, thank you.
So just because you may have written all over those and
yeah.
so on.
Okay.
So there, I'm going to need these sheets as well quite soon. Here. Possibly here. No more delay. I think we have everything in front of us. As I said, Elmira the architect, Denise the venture merchant, and in your case we have Batir,
Yeah.
who is,
A debt holder.
yes, but what is his profession up at the top?
Yeah, artisan.
Artisan, right.
Yes, artisan.
And I had specified, and I was going by the fact that he's very strong.
Mm.
I was thinking that he worked with heavy materials.
Yes,
and
yeah, I saw.
something substantial. He
Yeah.
makes really cool big decorations that stick there and
Yeah.
stay for a while. So now all of you have, due to the dice rolled, all of you have some sort of career opportunities, some kind of interesting thing that is important to your character, important as a life. The big moment, something has come along where you really have a chance to show what you can do.
Do all of us have the same?
The dice went that way.
Okay.
In the second roll, the red die told us,
Yeah, okay.
and not all of the characters. Remember, some of them had loved ones, and
Yeah,
some of them
okay.
had hopes and things.
It's
But,
just that the ones we picked.
The ones you picked were
Okay.
all career oriented.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So, therefore, let's take a look at where you might be. So, if we are talking about here,
Yes. And since it's a special art or iconic project for the governor, so it feels like maybe if it's stone or ceramic, some kind of very decorative. Is it like something maybe mosaic?
it could
like,
be, yeah,
like a
yeah.
very huge, maybe either wall or something,
Right.
or a building, or a building covered in.
Yes, and I think I know exactly which building.
Yeah.
Because this, of course, is here is the tallest building in the city, and then that area is about the same level in terms of the rock, the foundation. But here, which is also in this larger area, here is where the governor's little complex is.
Okay.
And as you will notice, it is a less, it's modest,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We don't.
You can't have it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. This is the holy city.
Yeah.
You're just helping administer it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yep.
And so that's this area here. And I'm going to say that it is, and this is a good reason for me to have included this picture, a good example of that Neo-Kovashian church,
That's all.
that one, because they don't really have, Neo-Kovashian churches all over the city. It's not it's not really been their priority. So here is where, and it's almost the same thing as administrative functions, which are around in here. So this would be the church.
Yeah.
And so you are going to take the crappy old facade
Yes.
that has been, looking like bare rain-stained plaster for a little bit too long,
Yes.
and it is time to put up a really nice one.
Yeah.
Now, your own religion.
Yes. Where? Orthodox.
Aunism.
Yes.
And that would be this big church here, as well as many other cathedrals and churches all around the city, because it was such a dominant cultural, it was the church when the empire became the empire. So its stamp on the city is Whole sectors were probably populated during that time. And at that time, those churches actually would have been administrative centers for governing specific pieces of the city. Now they're just cathedrals and churches. So anyway, but the point is, you have an unusual take on these things, right? You have an individual interest in your attitude?
Eclectic interest.
That would be somebody who has found something that's a little colorful or odd or not emphasized in the religion officially, but has become very interested in it, and you probably incorporate it into your art.
Yeah, absolutely.
Likely, right? And my example for it, in actual textual Catholicism, angels aren't super important. But culturally in Catholicism, they are huge.
Yeah.
Right? But then what if you had a person who really was into it, right? And they might not even be very good at being a Catholic, but they really think the angels are cool.
They have selected that one little part of...
Yeah. And so that's kind of an eclectic interest. So you might want to think about whatever that might be, what it looks like, that sort of thing, and write it on the sheet when it comes to your mind. But at the moment, I'm going to say that you are in fact inspecting this area, and you might even have parchments that have been unrolled and put on frames to hold them flat with your concept art, right, for what you need. And then there will be officials from this building, in other words, really powerful people, who are kind of looking at it. You can kind of see them adding up the costs. Their little eyes are kind of like cash registers at this point, thinking, how much is this person going to cost us, right? But that's where you are.
Yeah.
And the view is great. The view is amazing. You can see the mountains over here and look over the rolling hills over there, and you can see all this stuff. You can look around and see down into these parts of the city, the Great Gate here. So cool.
Yep.
Right? So that's where you are. Now, how about you?
Yes. I was a venture merchant, and Freya had written about that it was maybe glass or some kind of materials that were, but I'm not sure. I kind of forgot what was it some kind of inköpare, or what kind of career was that? Right.
The issue here is, and also let's check your status, indebted, correct? So this means that you are working for someone else who's pretty much in charge of the operations. But you are very good at it. Yeah. Your husband is probably the official venture merchant. Yeah. But you are the valued part of
but I'm not making the
correct.
thing.
No. What you are doing is you are arranging for its import. Okay. And so that means you often have to travel. Okay. Or you have to assess things that have been brought. And you are in charge of thinking about what would be special to bring in. These are specialty goods. Okay. And so that's what we had listed on the sheet, was a whole bunch of different possible specialty goods.
But is it I have connections? Is that the...
It's more than that. It's official. When you would be, your husband and you, and the person you are working for, we'll have to get a name, is actually receiving capital from different sources. It could be a powerful family, it could be a temple, it could be the governor's office, but they have provided the funds to acquire those things and bring them here. And you probably even, or your boss has probably presented a proposal to them, like a grant proposal, saying, we can get this stuff. Okay. And they said, here is your funds.
Okay.
And we will collect, and according to my notes here, this is rated in silver, although no actual silver changes hands.
Okay.
You get letters of credit, you get documents.
Okay.
And it is backed by a specific amount of grain at the temples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see here, without going into huge other details. What else? Right. You would bring back goods that are to be 20% more than that amount, at least.
What do you mean?
Well, if they give you an amount in capital
Yeah.
and you bring back a bunch of these proper glass beads of some kind,
Yeah.
then the value of that has to be equal to the amount that they gave
Okay.
you
Yeah.
plus 20%.
Okay.
And that they will call that, they will call that good. That credit now goes into the right side of the accounts,
Okay.
and then whoever has the rights to sell that stuff off, or however it gets distributed from there, enters its own economy.
Okay.
But the point is that you also basically get to keep whatever else you make on top of that.
Okay.
So the idea too is that as an indebted person, you're also being paid for your time by the person who is employing you.
Okay.
So the other thing that I mentioned last time is that you, as the venture merchant who's doing all this work and going off into places and making the deals and stuff,
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out, or if bandits steal it and kill off half of you
Yeah.
or something like that, then you are not liable for the debt.
Okay.
The person who provided the capital has to eat the loss.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
There is no debtor
Yeah.
in this business.
Yeah.
So
So it's more like a job, and I'm employed by.
in your case, because your status is indebted,
Okay.
if you were a debt holder or an elite especially,
Yeah.
then you would be handling the entire thing.
Okay.
You
okay.
would be coming up with the ideas and stuff like that.
Mm.
But your expertise is critical. So as a mature woman with a family, you might be expected, well, how am I going to put it? You have made a career, you have made it your business to be valuable in this.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
everybody knows it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you probably do less traveling than your husband, but you have traveled.
Yeah.
You know more about the roads out of the city than anyone else here, and the other lands. You probably speak other languages, and you also have a what is the word I want? By now in your life, you have a reputation for getting this job done.
Okay.
Right. So you're in your early 40s, right? Or late? What does it say?
Late 30s.
Late 30s. Yeah. So wait, no. Early 30s.
Early 30s.
Yeah. Boy, that's early for 4 kids.
Yeah.
You have a lot of kids fast. But the point is that you are
Twins rack it up quick.
That's right. Exactly. So the key here is that you have made a big impact in this situation. Tell me, what is the latest venture? Are you trying to arrange one or prepare for one rather? Or are you returning, or is there a return on a venture? And what is the materials? What is the cool thing this time?
Is it like I'm guessing that there's not a lot of factories in the city.
Not
right?
much.
Yeah.
There's enough to process some raw materials, but a lot of things get delivered here
Yeah.
in more raw form.
Yeah, and this should be something that is being
Imported to
Yeah,
the city.
okay.
Yes.
maybe something for like building or something, like a material or some kind of that you need when you're building types of houses or something. That kind of so not like decorative.
I see. Okay. In that case, it's probably pretty special.
Yeah.
Because they have mines and things right here.
Mm.
So therefore, and obviously the city has been built up, with local materials. So it would have to be something pretty distinctive, I'll have to think maybe, and if it's used in building, who knows? Maybe it's a kind of distinctive.
Or maybe they're building something special, but
right.
But it's like it's not because it's gonna look. It's not like something small. It's gonna look pretty. It's
a big thing. Yeah,
it's
a building.
Yeah.
What religion is the character?
Iso.
Aha! Actually, that makes a certain amount of sense.
Okay.
Us.
Yeah.
Isok is the is a sect of the religion, which evolved independently for a while. In that part of the world was actually not part of the empire for a while.
Okay.
And they claim actually that the religion gained most of its content there, and then became part of the empire, and that form of practice became more official and certainly colonized a piece of the holy city, and became a part of the culture. So it is therefore associated very much with the art of that other land.
Okay.
And they have distinctive pigments. They have probably their own building materials, different kinds of clay or silica or something like that. And so they would want, or at least sometimes, they would want to redo a temple or to make a holy object, right, in in the proper materials, right, from the old country. So what's your attitude toward the religion? You're pretty casual, is that right, or not?
I don't know where that's. Yeah, casual.
So you are not particularly religious about it.
Yeah.
But you definitely have the right language and the right contacts, and this particular temple would be turning, would find you and probably your boss.
Yeah.
You've probably done this a lot. So bringing things from that area.
The people that are gonna get the materials
would be Isok temple people.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to say that consecrating things for special religious purposes is done by all the religions right here.
Okay.
That's a special place that you do fancy, official, this is sacred stuff.
Okay.
No matter which part of the religion.
So it's a very holy ceremonial place for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that, of course, is not going to happen until they get their stuff.
Yeah, but is that a temple?
Well, let's just say it is a sacred spot.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
The Isok temples, they don't have like big public buildings. This is a much more of a cultural neighborhood thing when it arrived.
Yeah.
And so what they did was to take public spaces like plazas and things like that and put shrines in them.
Oh, okay.
And then as perhaps dances or festivals or things like that started becoming, centuries ago, became more and more common.
Yeah.
Well, now everyone thinks of that whole plaza as, the spot, right? As and they are scattered in different places. None of them, this is much more of a grassroots thing, so none of them have like great big administrative, labyrinthine buildings. So think of Isok as very more like Tibet.
Okay.
So you have all sorts of devil faces, carved into the walls, and you have, things with their tongues sticking out and dancing in cool postures, and stuff like that. So it's the kind of the most visually striking of all of these religions.
Yeah. And is it also done like publicly so people see
when
they are
absolutely
if they're out in like public areas?
Absolutely.
So people are
seeing. This is not like a maybe a minority religion,
Yeah.
but it is not an oppressed or proscribed one.
Yeah.
It is considered part of the imperial religion,
Okay.
especially since that became part of the empire, that area, and
Yeah.
we're all friends.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but that was a long time ago, and now it is just one of the colorful things
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
holy city.
So a lot of culture.
A lot, yeah.
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 Mm.
So, therefore, places where you could be. Coming into this area,
Yeah.
this is where a lot of people returning from ventures will meet and greet,
Yeah.
and sometimes find ways to maximize each one's entry into the city for accounting.
Okay.
And also things might be brought there that could easily just simply be bought
Okay.
and sold before we actually get into the city. Because
Yeah.
as I mentioned before, out here, the rules for value and measuring it in grain and silver and stuff
Yeah.
don't apply.
Okay.
So technically it's on the road. And that has its own rules, and the empire says what happens on the road between merchants stays on the road.
Okay.
We care about when it gets back.
Yeah.
So therefore, this is very brisk.
Okay.
And it is no surprise that it is heavily patrolled,
Yeah.
right, to just make sure everybody is peaceable about all of this. And that, this is normal.
Yeah.
It's not outlawed or anything like that.
But that's not where I deliver the things.
No,
So
absolutely
that's
not.
just where I can get a good deal before I go. ahead.
Right, in some other variable
Yeah.
or something like that. You would
Okay.
not mess with your primary, or maybe if you had excess and
Yeah.
you think you could unload it
Yeah.
there for more money,
Yeah.
you would do that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so do you want to be returning with this material? Is that where you, or you could be?
Yeah,
okay.
that would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. And from what you described, actually, it would be pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So we are talking about a real pack train
Yeah.
of beasts, right? So, so perhaps you have been away for some months
Mhm.
and are returning,
So I am the person who went and.
if that's what you want. I mean, remember, I'm asking you. I mean,
Yeah.
This is how we're
Right.
doing this. We are, or are you greeting your husband on the return because everybody knows you should really take over as soon as actual
Yeah.
money is going on?
Yeah.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah, maybe I stayed behind and
Yeah.
and my husband went and
Mhm.
brought the materials.
But today is the day he is back.
Yeah, right.
And he's going to be accompanied by a fellow from that area.
Mhm.
By the way, what is your character's authority?
Mm,
It should be there down here somewhere. Let's see here. Formal authority,
among
kin and clan. Oh, that means that you are kind of a matriarch. I mean,
Okay.
even though, these guys have stepped back.
Yeah.
And of these two couples, this couple is clearly kind of in the more responsible
Yeah.
position. And everyone kind of formal means that you actually have like a title.
Okay.
There's somebody in this family structure who gets called a certain thing, and that's you.
And that's in my career or in the business.
No, it's not. It says among kin and clan.
What is the clan? Is that the
Oh,
family?
all of your family and family of family.
Okay.
Think of it as extending
Okay.
out
Yeah.
several layers.
Yeah.
Probably to cousins that you don't know very well.
Okay. So I have authority in like the family,
Right.
but not the career.
In the career, you have that job, and
Okay.
you are respected in that job, but that
Yeah.
is not where your formal authority in society lies.
Okay. Okay.
When people say, we need to listen to this person,
Yeah.
it could be for your career, because you're just good at it,
Yeah.
or it could be because you hold this position
Oh. Okay.
with a particular, it's ESOC, so therefore it's probably got, a cool headdress or something.
Yeah,
When you
right.
put that on
Yeah.
for the family gathering,
Right.
everyone's like, okay,
okay.
and what do you say?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I get it.
okay, excellent.